all of the showpiece games of the season, and in charge is Ben Thaler, tonight's match referee. Pitch in marvellous order, slate grey skies ahead. This is summer 2007. The rain has been tippling down throughout the course of the afternoon here, but it still looks in fine order, doesn't it, for this showpiece fixture, as I say, between the Rhinos and the Wigan Warriors. It's going to be Wigan who will Leeds Rhinos who will get the game underway. Kevin Sinfield will kick us off in a few moments' time. And Steve, you can almost feel an air of relief around this stadium right now.
Yeah, no doubt that the news has come over from Leeds, from Red Hall, that of course the maximum will be 6 and not a possible 12. Whether that has been mentioned by Brian Noble, the Wigan coach, we won't know until half-time, but it is a great lift for them. And I'm sure that Leeds and their coach, Tony Smith, he'll want exactly what they performed in defence like they did against St Helens last week. If they can do that, they probably start favourites, even though they're away from home.
Yeah, and isn't it great to see teams trying something different, daring to be different. Leeds there with the attempted short kick-off on the start of the game. Shock tactics, OK, they didn't get the ball back, but you have to admire the way that they blasted Wigan from the start.
It's Wigan who are in possession here. This is Mickey Hyam. Ian Kirk got to him, the Wigan support claiming he wasn't standing square at the play of the ball. The kick from Thomas Lulawai will skid away on the turf, but only as far as Brent Webb, the Leeds Rhinos fullback. Wonder what he's thinking now that Brian McLennan has been announced as the new Leeds coach for the next 2 years after this. He, of course, was a member of Brian McLennan's international team, Brent Webb, the man standing there and just been pushed out of the way at dummy half by Kevin Sinfield. He was in the side that beat the Australians in the Tri-Series just a couple of years ago. Senior with the offload to Maguire. He is clawed to the ground by Mickey Hyam.
Caught a bad knock as well there, did Maguire. You see him just bending over. Got a real old belt in the face.
It's Rob Burrow, and he flicks the ball into the arms of Ryan Bailey.
He's got to really stand up tonight as the prop forward, Bailey. There's Maguire receiving treatment in back play.
Burrow's dink over the top. Again, it scoots away on the lush turf, but is picked up by Pat Richards here. Richards works it out almost as far as the 20-metre line. He missed last week with his wife in hospital, he was, as they gave birth to their son. But Pat Richards fully restored to the side here tonight, and keeping Chris Ashton out of the side. He is named as the 18th man. Young Liam Colbon is making his only his second appearance in 2 years. Palliasina with the drive forward for Wigan.
That's the type of play that Wigan want. He's the man that can just set the ball rolling, and it looks as though in the mood for this. They're kicking early.
Barrett with the chip over the top, but far too long, out on the full, and that will be brought back to the point where the kick was made by Barrett, so Leeds have got cheap meters here.
Look at the big fella here, just sets them all up. Surprisingly, they went on the fourth. Didn't get the radar right. The Australian Trent Barrett lifted the arm and said sorry for that. There you see Kevin Sinfield, the lead skipper, he'll play hooker tonight. Made it quite clear he doesn't like that position, but if he can take control out there. I thought in the second half, Eddie, against St Helens, he was quite superb, especially in his kicking game.
The ball came free from 2B and is picked up by Brent Webb. He is clawed to the ground by Violicki and Lulawai. That's a little New Zealand triumvirate there. This now is Jamie Peacock. Peacock spinning his way into the Wigan danger zone, and Sinfield will carry them into the 20-metre mark. This is Maguire. Maguire just held the ball, didn't make the pass to Jamie Jones-Buchanan.
It's a great test for Maguire tonight. Playing against one of the best stand-ups in the world in Trent Barrett. He's been sensational for Wigan. Should be a test to see whether Maguire can get up to that level and maybe even outplay his opponent.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan. That's tackle number 4, says the referee, Ben Thaler. Here now is Brent Webb, and he gets the ball to Ian Kirk. And Ian Kirk is just held up short of the line. Desperate defence from Violicki. This is the last. It's with Burrow. Burrow drifts the kick through, and Richards picks it up but knocks it off. It's gone. It's Brian Fletcher. Brian Fletcher knocks the ball on.
Put himself there, as all the second rowers should do. Defensive position, but just lost control. Pretty slippy out there. We'll see plenty of this. Neat little kick through there by Rob Burrow. It's all about applying the pressure, and I'm sure that they'll be quite happy with that. Now, will they put a set move on? Sean McRae, right from the scrum base.
Well, I don't think they will, Steve. I think they're quite happy just to keep the ball in the hands and really test the Wigan defence. They've had a few sets at them now, and they want to have another one. And if they can't score, try and get another repeat set.
It's Leeds who are attacking. It's with Jamie Jones Buchanan. The rain tumbles down again from the Wigan sky. And this now is Rob Burrow. And Burrow shows it to Webb. He gives it wide to Tupi. And Leeds attacking that Leeds line again. That's 3 tackles this next set of 6 gone. Webb, the dummy half, finds Burrow. Burrow slides the kick in again. And Pat Richards is there this time and just carries the ball over the dead ball line. They're going to get a 3rd consecutive set of 6 on the Leeds Rhinos. This is great pressure.
It's exactly what Sean McRae was calling for, and it was yet another great kick there from Rob Burrow. Apply the tourniquet, that's what you need. All sorts of trouble there.
A goal line dropout then that Wigan take. Gets to almost to halfway. Brent Webb picks it up, gives it then to Jamie Peacock, and Peacock will run the ball back at this Wigan defence. It's a huge test of Wigan early, this.
It is, isn't it? They're proving last week against Bradford, although they won the game, they had to survive for long periods of it. Bradford had the better field position, but they hung on in there. They've had the line broken already, Wigan. They've had to scramble around behind the line with those difficult kicks, but it builds confidence when you know you can haul your teammates out.
Pretty solid defence though. They're packing him now. Late in the tackle, they're sprinting out, making it one-on-one. You can see they've done that.
The ball from Sinfield finds Brent Webb. Tackle number 4. Sinfield picks up, gives it to Peacock. Peacock attacking the line again, flicks the ball out the back door. It bounces all the way back to Gareth Ellis. And the Leeds are appealing for another set of 6 here, but no, the referee says that is the last tackle this set of 6 for Leeds. And Sinfield dabs the kick in, and Wigan, well, they have survived 6.5 minutes of intense pressure.
Tremendous work from Wigan in defensive there. Not the best, though, from Sinfield. That really was a poor effort. Mainly due to the fact that he cut the ball back in the opposite direction. It's okay if it comes off, but he told nobody on his own side.
All Leeds in the early moments here. It's Leeds' turn now to defend. And they're defending inside the Wigan half. Can Fletcher get them into Leeds territory? Yes, he can. And he loses the ball. He lost the ball. It wasn't stolen. Wigan were appealing that it was. But that's the 0 tackle as Ian Kirk is tackled by Hyam.
Well, Fletcher claiming to the official, but there was nothing in there. Nothing untowards at all.
Ellis with a little half break.
That's going to be one of the problems tonight for the referee, isn't it? Because the ball is so slippery, some of the collisions will force the ball to come loose. And it's going to be a really tough decision to make as to whether the player's lost control or it has in fact been reefed out.
This is Jamie Jones Buchanan. Sean, what on earth have you done to our summer? Since you've come back, we haven't had one.
No, I don't know what I've done, but I wouldn't mind a job as a weather reporter. It'd be pretty easy.
It would indeed. This is Rob Burrow, not tackled. It's with Brent Webb. Brent Webb has seen a hole and gone for it. First try in the way here. Now he slips. He slips on the wet turf. Could he have come back in numbers?
Could he have passed out wide?
This is Maguire. Leeds continuing to apply the pressure. And it's now with Ellis. Ellis then to Tupi on the half volley. Gives it to Ryan Hall, scorer against Saints last week. That's tackle number 5. Last one here for Leeds. What do they have in the locker? It is a high crossfield kick. And it's tackled, it's claimed at just the right side of the line by Phil Bailey from a Leeds point of view. And Leeds are continuing to hunt the man carrying the ball. And terrific defence again from Leeds.
Great pressure, but give a lot of credit also to the Warriors, the way they're getting back in numbers. But it must be a very worrying time for the coach, Brian Noble, because if Leeds have so much more pressure again and possession, surely they'll be scoring. Oh, big hit from Ellis. Fair as well, right on the chest.
Leeds have restricted Wigan to 15 metres this set of 6. Back they go to Richards, who'll have to hump it downfield. And Scott Donald is underneath it, on the halfway line. Donald will run it back for the Leeds Rhinos. When will this pressure tell in terms of points?
Well, Leeds are hoping it's when they score their first try. They've had 2 good opportunities going through the line, but haven't converted either. And I suppose this is a test day for Wigan, particularly Paliasina. I'm surprised they've not gone at him more in defence. He's great at carrying the ball, but his movement across here in the defensive line is a yard or 2 slower than his teammates.
That ball has gone forward off the hands of Maguire. He was buried by O'Loughlin and Palliasina. Couldn't do anything, lost the ball forward. Wigan have head and feet at the scrum. How on earth have they survived?
Well, I'm surprised that it's taken 9 minutes and 20 seconds for Leeds to actually have a handling error. We've seen Wigan kick out on the full, and then we saw Brian Fletcher lose control of the football, and that's really put Wigan under a lot of pressure defensively. Leeds themselves have had raid after raid. They just haven't been able to convert that. And we're right in what we say in these games sometimes. If you don't come up with points when you got the opportunities, how often does the other team, who are seemingly out of the game, get the momentum back and all of a sudden get up the other end and put the opposite side under plenty of pressure?
That was a good carry by Fletcher. Here is Palliasina. He just bounces Kevin Sinfield out of the way. He's such a difficult man to put down. Look at the size of him, apart from anything else. Here is O'Loughlin.
And it's runs like that that just lift the side.
It's been a torrid opening for Wigan. This now is Trent Barrett. Ball back on the inside, and it is with Pat Richards. And
Swinging out from Senior.
This is Hyam back on the inside to Thomas Luluwai. Luluwai trying to duck underneath the tackles.
Luluwai, like it.
Well, he didn't shout, and the ball to the in-goal area. Tester here for Ryan Hall, does well, but Wigan force the extra set. Suddenly Wigan spring from defence and force the goal line dropout.
Try to stop this fella. Boy, Kevin Sinfield just bounced off him. High shot from Senior there, but full credit to Wigan. They're keeping it around. That's the greatest kick. Just 5 metres in the field of play, and you know that you've got the good chase and the power by Alecki, far too strong. Well, Wigan, they repelled all the pressure. Can Leeds do it as well?
They've only lost 3 times on this ground since 2002. Leeds, they have a better record against Wigan than they do at home over the past 5 seasons, remarkably.
That was a very intelligent kick by Sinfield. OK, they've conceded a penalty, but a lot of teams kick the ball straight downfield, which is what Palliasina wanted. Sinfield kicked it to the sideline, trying to deny Palliasina a run at the line. In the end, they got the ball to him and conceded a penalty with a high tackle.
And that is really silly play by this fellow Ryan Bailey. We saw the referee just have a little bit of word of a caution. He's doing that now, but he had on the run, he told Keith Senior get them low. So any infringement from Leeds over the shoulders, he was going to give a penalty anyway.
Penalty for Wigan for the high shot by Ryan Bailey. He missed Millennium Magic against Bradford Bulls, Bailey, but returned against Wigan in the Cup. And Pat Richards will have the shot at goal, and I think that whenever these 2 teams get within shooting distance of the post tonight, because of the conditions, because of the rain, because of the heavy going, they might just take everything that's on offer.
And because of the recent history between these sides this season, very close games on both occasions.
33 metres out. That's his view of the target, and here he goes, Pat Richards. First points for Wigan, maybe. First points for Wigan indeed, courtesy of the boot of Pat Richards. He missed last week, as I say. He got 5 goals against Leeds in the Cup, 4 in Super League here at Headingley rather in April, and that's his 69th successful kick of the season, and Wigan are ahead by 2 points to 0.
Phil, you have a theory about the way that Wigan, at the start of the season, they were turning down the opportunities to take the 2 points. They've changed it all around, haven't they?
Yeah, the second home defeat to Hull Kingston Rovers, I think, changed their philosophy for the year. Any kickable penalty with Pat Richards, and they'll take it. Wow. You try and not kick the ball anywhere near that fellow when he's on the field, because that's what he lives for. The big charge from either a kick-off or a goal line dropout, that's his big play, and that's when he does to do his damage.
This is Stuart Fielden for the Wigan Warriors. 13 months ago, Wigan paid £450,000 for him from the Bradford Bulls. This is Gareth Hock now. Hock with a good, strong run. Wigan seem to have weathered the storm early on. Violecki. Defence closes in.
Again, we've seen some solid defence from Leeds against St Helens last week. The way that they closed down Saints in and around that play the ball area was quite fascinating.
Last tackle here for Wigan. And this now is Barrett, and he will hoist the high kick. Oh, and Red makes a porridge of it. That's the conditions. This fella's one of the best in the world. And it's the greasy ball that has forced this error from Brent Webb.
Well, I was just going to make the point that it was far too long and that no pressure was being applied. Smile on the face of the Wigan fans. He won't be grinning. International quality, really should have handled that. No one was in cooey of him.
Well, does it not rain in Auckland like it rains in Wigan, in Leeds?
Should take it, simple.
This is O'Loughlin.
That's great from O'Loughlin. You see how he's brought the defence to him.
Fletcher, pass wide to Bailey, and Bailey has he got this ball down? No, he's held up. Referee Ben Thaler doesn't hand it upstairs to the video referee.
Good work by the centre. Got pretty good upper body strength, but Donald was equal to the task. Got right underneath him.
Great defence from Donald. The tackle count continues though, back on the 10-metre line. Here is Palliasina again.
Watch for Lulawai.
This is Hyam. Hyam gives it to Trent Barrett. Now it's with Thomas Lulawai. Can't get away from Ellis. She gives the ball back to Barrett. Barrett slides the kick in. And Ryan Hall is there, but takes the ball over the dead ball line. It's another goal line dropout that the Leeds Rhinos have forced.
Good pressure from Barrett. Nice little kick. That'll please Brian Noble. But good work yet again. This Ryan Hall really has impressed me, this youngster.
Hasn't it been a great counterpunch by Wigan, though? I mentioned before, it only takes one set of 6 to change the game. Wigan were able to get up the field, and they've had a couple of repeat sets now, already kicked the penalty goal. They look like the side now that has most of the confidence going their way.
Drop out by Kevin Sinfield. Gets the ball Wigan do to Fielden, who drives it in on the first tackle. Halted by Senior. News from Red Hall. St Helens have been fined £22,000 and they do not lose any points. St Helens fined £22,000, the champions. No points deduction for them in the salary cap hearings that are taking place as we watch here. If you were not with us early on, another Wigan penalty, bound to take the 2 on offer, I'm sure. If you were not with us earlier, Wigan successfully argued tonight, that is the club's lawyers, that any penalties for breaches of salary cap this season will be under the rules as they stood in 2006. In other words, the penalties on points deduction are 2, 4 and 6 maximum, not 4, 8 and 12. And St Helens, no points deducted, £22,000.
Well, that indicates, Eddie, that of course it's only a slight infringement over the salary cap which are allowed, so they'll be very relieved, especially with the fact that this game playing tonight, good opportunity for Leeds, of course, to go to the top of the table if they win here.
Well, I think Leeds will be relieved at the moment. They've been under the cosh for a few minutes on their own line. They've conceded another penalty, and 4-0 probably, when you look at the last 5 or 6 minutes play, isn't a bad result for the Rhinos.
Wigan ahead 4 points to 0.
He'll be concerned with the coach, Tony Smith. The composure is not as good as it should be, and he'll get the message out. A couple of head-eye shots, interference by Brent Webb. And even before Webb was penalised by the referee Ben Thaler, the New Zealand international was giving him a bit of a facial.
You might remember, if you watched the 2 clashes between these 2 clubs earlier in the season, it was 2 points the difference at Headingley in Super League, and indeed goal kicking cost Leeds their place on the road to Wembley in the Challenge Cup against the Wigan Warriors. Well, I don't know how Sean O'Loughlin was supposed to control that ball when it was up around his ears.
Well, he's allowed to tackle him, and that's what Maguire's done. He's used the shoulder to dislodge it. Nothing wrong with that at all. He hasn't used the hands. He's just finishing off the tackle.
Well, it's a fine line.
In this weather, you've got to make sure you keep hold of it.
Here is Keith Senior, and he is dumped to the ground.
I must say, I'll be quite relieved Will Keith Senior is actually playing the football, because the last 3 attempts at defence, he's lost on. That's play on.
That's Gareth Ellis who's lost the ball very early in the tackle count for the Leeds Rhinos. Now they give away a penalty. Sinfield all over Mickey Hyam. Obviously didn't hear the call from the referee. The tackle was completed.
Well, I mentioned the fact that Leeds were all over and very, very strong. This is the lost ball. Just didn't take it, did he, Ellis? He was under a lot of pressure there by Brian Fletcher. The point I'm trying to make is that it's just difficult for this Leeds outfit. They were all over the place in the play of the ball area. They really shut St. Helens down, but lack of composure and discipline. It's going to hurt more and more. They've lost 40 metres already.
That's a great piece of defence, though, from Kirk, bravely with that broken nose.
Penalty. Silly play.
Penalty for obstruction by Brian Fletcher. Ran in front of the man carrying the ball, which was Liam Colbon there.
There was little doubt. Fletcher throws his head back. He knows that the youngster has put him in an invidious situation. The official had no alternative. Will we see the first try here?
Bailey will drive it forward for the Rhinos.
We've yet to see Danny Maguire take on the defence as yet.
Well, here he is, and he hands it on to Rob Burrow. Burrow has a scamper forward, finds Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Jamie Jones-Buchanan to Keith Senior. Senior slides down on tackle number 2. Scott Donald to Webb. Here is Gareth Ellis. Gareth Ellis, bent double almost, manages to hang on to the ball. He'll play it here to Webb. Back it comes to Burrow. Peacock is the runner behind him, and Peacock is spun to the ground by desperate Wigan defence. Again, that's 4 tackles gone. Sinfield is scheming, goes the other way from the way he was looking. Now he'll come back this way, finds Bailey. Bailey is tackled by Mickey Hyam. Last one here for Leeds. Sinfield, Maguire. The kick is picked up by Pat Richards, who runs it beyond Clinton Tupy.
Great work.
Wigan survive again.
Great work though by Richards. Not only did he put himself in a good position, once he got the football, he made sure he was going to go to ground. Never any opportunity to be lifted back in the in-goal area.
It's a big test for this young man, Liam Colbon. It's a big test also for the likes of Ryan Hall on the Leeds Rhino side. This is where they want to play, though, in the Super League, these youngsters. Paul Prescott, another youngster coming on for big Feka Paliasina. He leaves the field to a rousing round of applause. Barrett with the kick downfield, and Scott Donald has collected it, and it's a great chase led by O'Loughlin. Fantastic chase by the Wigan skipper.
That is tremendous work.
This is Ryan Hall.
Now we know it's wet conditions, and we know that every time Leeds has got anywhere near the Wigan try line, they virtually opted for the kick on all occasions. Sean McRae, surely they're going to change it, tactics.
Well, they may want to run the ball on the last play, Steve-O, but I think one of the things is that Wigan are frustrating them because they are defending their line. They're defending their line so well. We've seen an error from Danny Maguire there. The handling will just get worse and worse as these conditions continue. And one of the things that it does help is actually defending your own try line. I think both sides have been very good in their own 10-metre zones, and it's going to take something special, in my opinion, to get through there.
Well, we saw there on the replay, he could have been allowed play on there. Was it a knock-on from Trent Barrett? Either way, the Warriors have got the possession.
It's a knock-on from, and it's another knock-on here by Ryan Hall. He nearly picked up the interception then, did Ryan Hall.
Wasn't the best pass, was it?
Well, we have had the emails literally flooding in tonight since the early part of the programme when we gave you the news about the salary cap hearings in Leeds. St Helens, in case you missed it, they have been fined £22,000, no points deduction, and Wigan have won the legal argument. Wigan and St Helens, to be fair, have won the legal argument that the infringements are being judged under the rules as they stood in 2006. If you have a view, that was the email address, and you can let us know what you think. We're bound to be inundated tonight, but we'll do our best to get through as many as we can before we go off at 10:30. Meanwhile, there's a match to play, and it's 23 minutes old, and Wigan are ahead by 4 points to 0. Fletcher waits at dummy half. Here now comes Barrett. He fires the pass to Luluai, gives it then to Gareth Hock, and Hock has lost it forward. Jamie Peacock has picked it up, and Leeds will come back. It's going to be one of those nights when mistakes will be at a premium.
Certainly is, and full credit to both sides, at least, especially Wigan. They've been the outfit that's been trying to offload. Pretty fancy stuff out there, and it's shocking conditions.
I just wonder, Steve, you have a theory about when summer arrives, it's normally the change of the moon. This is a great kick downfield, meanwhile, from Kevin Sinfield. It's not a 40-20, but it means that Liam Colborne has to pick the ball up and run it back at Danny Maguire. You have a theory about rabbit's feet and new moons and full moons?
Will somebody out there please email and tell us when the new moon is on its way? Because you can't see it here today, that's for sure.
There's the email address. We don't only want your views on the salary cap, we want your views on the date of the new moon.
Yes, Patrick.
And we certainly don't want any views or opinions on Mr. Stevenson's resemblance to a new moon or a full moon.
Oh, great offload. Oh, that was high.
It was tackled high by Jamie Peacock. It was a slap across the face, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's high. I just can't believe that Leeds are doing this. That's the third occasion they have gifted Wigan so many metres downfield. Sheer frustration. But why? They haven't scored. Probably perhaps irritating them.
The other thing too, Steve, these conditions make it very difficult to change direction. So if you've got a little man who's very good on his feet, he can change direction much quicker than the big man. So the big man just gets slightly late with his tackle, so his timing goes right out.
There's a mistake again on the first tackle by Fielden, lost it. Leeds have it back. This is Keith Senior.
I think the message is going out from both coaches. It's going to be roll the sleeves up, fellas. In these conditions, get into a good position. Hope that maybe you can get a penalty given for you rather than against, and take the 2. Those 4 on the board, Phil. 2. Extremely valuable for Wigan.
I would agree, yeah. You know, most players have a favourite play, some part of the game that they love to do. And for Mark Calderwood, it's chasing the kick downfield. It seems to be what he thrives off. He just loves it. I wouldn't be surprised if Wigan had up to use that policy. There are a few better in the game that chasing what might seem a lost cause. Calderwood will go 80-90 metres to chase the ball, and maybe Wigan will kick even earlier for him.
Here is Kylie Luluwai. Good run, trying to go over the top of Mickey Hyam. Mickey Hyam bravely hold on to his ankles. He was finished off by Fielden. This is Maguire now. Shapes to kick, gets the kick in. It's a cracker too, and it's an attempt by Colborne. Was it?
Knock on.
No, it's the turnover. It went back off Leeds hand, says the referee. Went back off Ryan Hall, he says.
Well, he got the nod from the touch judge. It's hard to prove. Very difficult indeed. The man with the flag on this right-hand corner, he doesn't have the luxury of the replay, of course. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Well, it's piling down yet again, and as I mentioned, Eddie, those 4 points already on the board. Boy, that's a huge bonus.
John Ellis of Bristol, I'm told, has emailed us already, Steve-O, to tell us the new moon is on the 14th of July.
It'll change.
Saturday, so
it'll change.
Summer start on Saturday.
I've got the suntan cream out for Sunday.
And just, of course, in time for the Northern Rail final in Blackpool. That's a great hack forward and a hack forward again. Ball is all over the show and well picked up again by Hall. Witness Whitehaven for the Northern Rail Cup, Sunday at 2 on Sky Sports 2. Bring your swimmers, Steve-O. Don't bother.
What an effort by Pat Richards there. And he's in again, that's 3 on the trot. Boy, this is wonderful stuff. Whacked him the first time, 2 lower tackles after that. Leeds are struggling.
Clever play by Liam Colborne. Pat Richards up there, you see, working the defensive line. No full-back at home, so the left winger, Liam Colborne, who's obviously played at full-back in his junior career, has put himself back in there. Well, I say he has. He's now retreated back to the wing to cover himself, but luckily it went over to Mark Calderwood.
That's a great kick from Rob Burrow. It has turned Mark Calderwood all the way round back to his own try line.
Oh. Maguire was lucky with that. Quick play, the ball, he's lost it.
Free again.
Oh, he's given the penalty.
That's a huge call from Ben Thaler.
Was it a lazy arm? I don't think there was. I think he just had the arm and bounced him down. Again, difficult.
Maguire's certainly got a hand on the ball, but in these conditions you would imagine the players will attack the ball anyway.
Has he got it? But is it on the ball? It's hard to say, isn't it? He just pulls the man down. I think he's been badly done to there. Not the Wigan to worry.
This is Gareth Hock.
Great run.
Ryan Hall finished him off. Wigan leading in the penalty count by 4 as well. They're ahead on the scoreboard by 4. Colbon bounces off one. No, it's McIlorum, I beg your pardon. Oh, the legs came up then from Ellis.
He let go just at the right moment. Good work from McIlorum as well. Now then, where's the big fellas? They've got to be winding up.
Paul Prescott tackled for Wigan. There's McIlorum again. And he gets it inside to Barrett. Barrett finds the man on the run, who is Harrison Hansen. McIlorum once again. Back it comes to Trent Barrett. He stabs the ball in, tries to go for the ricochet. Play on, says the referee, because Wigan had knocked on. Leeds in possession.
Ball played the man, and it came and bounced. Lucky there for the second rower. Gareth Ellis.
Here's Jamie Thackeray for the Leeds Rhinos. Thackeray, who missed St Helens last week, his first absence of the year for the former Hull man. Sinfield, Lulawai will charge it forward.
What an effort by the Warriors. Their defence is so solid. They're just forcing Leeds down to one-out football all the time. Going early on the third.
But he's looking for a 40-20 here, Rob Burrow. Calderwood and Scott Donald after it. And so too is young Colbon, who does well, gets away from all the trouble. Gets Wigan to the 10-metre line, then he's met by 2. He's being forced back by those 2. Burrow and Jamie Jones-Buchanan lost about 6 metres ground. Held on to the ball, importantly for Wigan.
Oh, he's offloaded underneath his own sticks when they didn't need it. Play on, that's good refereeing.
Well, the play of the ball was awful, but Jamie Jones-Buchanan was stranded in the ruck. The crowd are right in the back of the referee here.
He slipped down.
This is O'Loughlin. 5 tackles gone for Wigan.
Okay.
Kick downfield is inch perfect. Tremendous kick again from Trent Barrett.
Let's get out of here. That's the message. Keep pelting them through. And the way that Leeds, poor discipline, give away penalties.
I think Wigan need their experienced players like Barrett and Fletcher to lead the way, and then have the enthusiasm provided by players like Prescott, McIlorum, Colbon. And if you get that combination right, you become a very difficult team to play. I think last week Fletcher was outstanding for Wigan. He's been very strong for them again tonight. And Trent Barrett continually provides the right option, whether it be a kick play, a pass play, and just even his verbal command of the side. Here's a mistake here. Wigan going to get possession, Eddie.
They are indeed through Harrison Hansen.
Good work by Keith Senior. He had to come out of the centre position. Make sure they got hold of Hansen, pull him down. They had the overlap out wide.
There's now Phil Bailey for Wigan.
A little bit more running from dummy half from Wigan at the moment.
And this is Fletcher. Hock is met by two-piece challenge. Ball has come free again. Hock looked at the referee, thought about maybe he was given another penalty for stealing the ball, but it's that sort of night. Gareth Ellis.
Well, for all those people that don't like the 6-tackle rule, they'll be enjoying this because it's about the 1 or 2, isn't it? That's all.
Let's go, we move forward.
The strong challenge again from Sean O'Loughlin. That Jamie Jones-Buchanan certainly felt that. Here is Thackeray again.
Come on.
It's not a night for faint heart, Sean.
It certainly isn't. You know, I'm reminded of a few weeks ago as watch Danny Maguire attempting a 40-20, which is not going to get there. I'm reminded of a few weeks ago, Eddie, when I coached a team to win 5 points to 2 against Harlequins, and people said it was a poor game of rugby league. It wasn't a poor game of rugby league. It's just the defences of both sides was absolutely outstanding, and yet both sides created opportunities. This reminds me very much of that because the conditions are exactly the same.
Knock on. Bialicki furious with the decision, and no doubt also a little bit with himself.
Yeah, lost it. Simple.
Sound, guys.
And we'll see a lot of that.
Heading, get us.
Well, the rain has stopped
Get in.
momentarily
Stay
anyway,
out.
but the pitch will be very greasy still, and the ball. This is Brent Webb.
One. Come on.
That was a good tackle by Barrett low down.
Go.
33 minutes gone, they're nearly halfway through the interchanges. This is Luluai, offside.
Ryan Fletcher.
Ryan Fletcher's the man called offside by referee Ben Thaler.
Barrow wants to get on with it.
Listen to me.
Has the message come out? Surely they'll go for the 2.
No, they're running it, Leeds. Different strategy from them. Here is Ellis.
Well, both sides have been trying to keep this ball alive. Maybe one of the sides will say, hey, down the middle, short his way to the try line, we'll score.
Thackeray, Jamie Thackeray,
Ryan, get up.
gets them to within 5 metres. Quick play the ball. And Tanzi! The ball was pinched by Paliasina.
Oh, what a run. Good little lift the crowd here. Pinches the ball, comes to Daddy, has the agility, bobbles it around and say, right, come and get me. Come and hit me if you can.
It's a very risky tackle to make on your own line by Paliasina on Tanzi. If he doesn't come up with the ball, Tanzi falls over, and it's the first try, isn't it? Brave play, came off for him.
This is Brian Fletcher.
4. Come on.
He's managed to hang on to that ball in the ferocious challenge. Another big hit by Kylie Luluai there.
Okay. Well done. 5.
Last one here for Wigan. Kick from Barrett goes up into the air. Oh, and Webb's after this. And he's lost another. Bailey has it back for Wigan.
Good work by Calderwood.
Finds Luluai. Ducks under one. Scampers away from another. Takes him on up the middle. Looks for the support behind him. It's not there.
Where's Paliasina? That's what they want to see.
Michael McIlroy and Valiasina's the other way. They come this way and find O'Loughlin. Short ball. Hook
He's
was
lost it.
thunderously challenged by Thackeray.
Big hits, but it was a strong, hard pass.
Oh, there.
It's pretty hard to take in dry conditions. Boy,
This is Big Ali Lauatiti.
I think everybody in the stadium was wanting. You can see Paliasina screaming for it on the right-hand side. He went the other way.
What a hit from Thackeray on Gareth Hock.
Oh.
2.
That's been the feature of the match, hasn't it? The big hits, the mistakes, the 2 kicks from Richards. That's all that separates them.
No surrender. Hold, hold.
Surprised me that Leeds didn't take those 2 right in front of the sticks when they find it very difficult to break through this Wigan defence right on their own line.
I bet Brent Webb's hoping that Trent Barrett changes his tactics, maybe kicks for touch or something like that. Those high kicks are just fantastic because of the positioning. It gave Calderwood and Bailey a chance to get up there and contest, and it was the reason why Webb made the mistake.
Here's Paliasina again.
2.
Well done, Jordan Tanzi.
Get up.
Calderwood. Former Leeds Rhinos winger, of course, who had a wonderful scoring record at Headingley. Not quite the same record at Wigan, but loves and seems to get over the line against his old club quite a few times since he has changed clubs. Trying the cup against them in May.
Charge down, play
Charged
on.
down. Gareth Ellis has it for Leeds.
Messing around there, Luluai really should have got it away a lot quicker.
Here's Brent Webb.
2.
Yeah, it's a charge down all right from Ellis, no question. Thackeray
3.
takes tackle number 3.
Hold.
Here now is Tupi. Tupi showed it to Maguire, decided in the end to take the tackle himself from Vialicki and Hock. Down he goes 30 metres away from the Wigan line. Tanzi waits the dummy half. Gives the ball in field to Brent Webb. He finds Rob Burrow. Burrow gives it to Senior.
50-50
The
that
last one. Knock on.
Panic, indiscipline. But the pass here from Barrow looked slightly forward from that angle. But that's the major reason, and he just lost control of it. In the method that they try to play the ball so quickly. They do that to try to catch the defensive line out of position. But in these conditions, you've just got to make sure. You have the jumper time now, surely from Wigan.
This is Richards.
Come on!
Just hard work, try to get to the halfway line, and then a good kick and chase, which has been superb from the Warriors tonight.
Come on, get out!
It's Violiki. Tackled by Gareth Ellis. There's Thomas Lulawai. This is Fletcher again.
3. Keep it coming. 2.
They're just inching their way to halfway. And just inching their way, actually, to the half-time siren. Paliasina tried to run over the top of Thackeray, and Thackeray did well to hang on to him. McIlorum and Lulawai will drill the kick down the line. One here for Webb to chase, did well.
Super stuff from Webb. See how he threw his body there about a metre from the ball.
Last minute of the first half.
And slipped towards it. Thackeray in the impact going through. But what a slide from Brent Webb.
This is Scott Donald.
He was probably so relieved, Eddie, that it hadn't gone up as a bomb.
And a penalty to Leeds that removes all the pressure. There was somebody flailing a boot at the play the ball there. That was outlawed a long time ago.
Well, I don't know where.
It was a push.
I don't know where there's a Wigan boot there. The skipper looks a bit confused. And I think Wigan will be pretty confident of just keeping Leeds in their own half.
Well, we've only got seconds remaining here. And there it is. There's the half-time siren. A few weeks ago, Sean McRae alluded to it earlier as Paliasina goes off for a well-earned rest at half-time. Sean McRae alluded to the fact that he coached the team, Salford, who beat the Harlequins 5-2. It was Super League's first ever match without a try in the history of the summer competition. Here we've had only the second match that has not produced a try during this year. But we've seen 2 kicks from Pat Richards, and that's all that separates these two. It's Wigan 4, Leeds Rhinos 0.
More from the Premier League than ever before. The big games. Every club. All these matches and more to come. A new season on Sky Sports. All the football you'll ever need.
The Mazda 3 with 0% finance over 3 years.
Now on DVD. Eddie Murphy.
Oh!
Eddie Murphy.
Bingo!
And Eddie Murphy. Norbit on DVD now.
I tell you what, that Colin's a laugh. He's just had 2 kebabs. What's the matter?
I lost the folder. All the photographs, all the old film with the kids on it, everything from when they were babies.
Well, why don't we make another one?
Yeah, we'll just make another folder. It's all backed up.
Only BT Total Broadband comes with 6 months free Digital Vault, which automatically backs up your PC's precious files and photos. To get a more complete broadband package, go to bt.com.
Come on, Marty, there's no point living in the past.
I'm not, it's just that I can't believe how old I looked before I had my hair replaced strand by strand.
Only Advanced Hair Studio can replace your hair strand by strand.
If you're suffering from hair loss, why don't you see Advanced Hair Studio?
Oh, this is definitely for you.
Don't wait until it's too late. Call Advanced Hair Studio now. Call 0845 600 8899 now.
Check this out. Free delivery on all appliances rated A for energy efficiency over 249.
So, what are people supposed to do with their old ones?
We strap them onto rockets, whoosh them into space. Okay, when we deliver a new appliance, we disconnect and recycle the old one, connect the new one, take away the old packaging.
all for free.
Smart. Very smart.
Free delivery, connection and recycling. Currys, with you in mind.
Eon are here and they're changing energy for good. They're developing one of the world's largest offshore wind farms right here in the UK. This is what change feels like.
There's a choice of live action tomorrow here on Sky Sports. There's Pro 40 cricket at Worcestershire as Worcester take on Hampshire. That's at 4:30 on Sky Sports 1 and on HD1. There's live Super League from 8, Bradford Bulls against St Helens. That's on Sky Sports 1 and HD1 as well. And there's boxing, Friday fight night with Kira Kosyan taking on Johansson for the European Super Featherweight title at 10. That's also on Sky Sports 1, so quite a day, quite a night on Sky Sports 1 tomorrow. Hope you're enjoying this here at the JJB Stadium. 4-0, no tries, just the 2 goals from Pat Richards. It has been that sort of a game. Rain pouring down almost from the start, right the way through that first half. A real war of attrition for these two sides. And no wonder the completion rate is so low. But Wigan have been pretty solid in defence, particularly. And they've been doing some good runs from dummy half in the shape of Mickey Hyam and young Michael Michelora. What about the Leeds Rhinos just down the corridor? Well, Tony Smith is delivering the half-time talk here, and their completion rate is even worse. They've had the ball 19 times. They've only held on to it for a full set of 6 on 5 occasions. He will not be happy with that. And they're getting through a lot of work also in the tackling department. 4-0, Wigan Warriors ahead against the Leeds Rhinos. Of course, as well as the story that's developing here at the top end of the Super League on the field, off the field, there are still the salary cap hearings taking place at Red Hall, the Rugby League headquarters over in Leeds. We've already heard that the teams will be judged under the 2006 rules. That was a little legal argument, or a big legal argument to be fair, won by Wigan and St Helens. St Helens have been fined £22,000, no points deductions for their breach of 2006 salary cap regulations. So let's now go back to Red Hall, join our reporter Angela Powers, who is there live for us. Angela, any further news? What else is happening?
A little bit of news, quite a lot of news to be honest, but not much in terms of comment from Eamon McManus. He came out of the Red Hall doors about 20 minutes after we heard from Maurice Lindsay to tell us that St Helens would be fined £22,000 but would be deducted no points after their salary cap breaches. We're still waiting for Bradford to come out though. They're still behind that door behind me, and as soon as they do, we'll let you know what happens. OK, Angela, thanks very much. We'll no doubt hear from you again before the end of the programme tonight. This story will, as they say, run and run. It would be unfair of us, Sean, to ask you for comment about the salary cap business, so we won't do that. Instead, we'll talk about the nil points and the nil tries that we've seen in this first half. The nil points for Leeds, the 4 points for the Wigan Warriors. Fair reflection?
I think so. It's actually been a very entertaining game. We've seen players in the early stages try to shift the ball, and then all of a sudden they realised after turning football over it was going to be shorten up the passes, try to kick early, and we've seen sort of intermittent spurts, haven't we, of just turnover and turnover by both sides. Hence the statistics are not very good, but when you get low completion rates in these conditions, you also get a lot of low missed tackle rate. So only a couple of chances really. Phil Bailey here going to be held up over the line. Keith Senior does very, very well. So does Scott Donald to turn the body and just get under. Scott Donald was just able to get under the ball, and Phil Bailey, that was an early chance. Now, Ryan Tansey went from, Jordan Tansey, I should say, went from dummy half, and Fatka Paliasina came up with a magnificent one-on-one steal. Takes a bit of stopping, doesn't he? There have been other opportunities, I suppose, with kicks through and just some chances that have presented themselves. but it's ever so difficult under these conditions. It's very hard to explain to people just how hard it is to get in position with the football. It just requires so much more time to catch, to pass, to use your feet in these conditions. So we're used to seeing free-flowing rugby league, or at least we should be in this summer that we're having. But players are having to adjust to the conditions, and it is very, very slippery, very difficult to control the ball. Therefore, we're seeing a lot of ball come out in the collision. We're seeing teams a little bit afraid to run the football. And I think this half really now is all about the kicking game. I think the kicking game of Trent Barrett in particular versus perhaps Rob Barrow and Danny Maguire, getting some territory, asking questions of the other team to get out of their own half and saying, well, we've now put you in there, you do your best to get out. If you don't get out, we're going to put you under more pressure.
Around about a month ago, you coached your first match for the Salford City Reds that you mentioned during the commentary, and it was the first ever try-less game that we've ever seen in Super League. This has memories of it for you, does it? Do you think we're going to see a try?
I think we will. I think we will see a try. I don't think we'll see many. I think it'll be clearly it's going to be a tight game. You can't see a side running away with this. They may be the famous last words of Sean McRae, but I don't know. I've got it wrong before. But yes, it was 5-2, and it was an entertaining game from a defensive point of view. I think tonight's game though has been a little more open. The quality of players on display here they're so even in terms of matchups, and you can just see the intensity in this game that both sides are playing with. There's a real desperation to win. It's probably going to get down to a special play.
Special play, maybe we will see it in the second half. Remember, Leeds will be looking for it, because if they win here, they will go to the top of the Engage Super League table tonight. Wigan, if they win, of course, with the news coming through all the time from Red Hall in Yorkshire about the salary cap infringements, and all those people no doubt checking their texts and checking what's being said around the country tonight about the salary cap. Wigan, with a victory here tonight, will put themselves in good stead. But they're 40 minutes away from it. For the Rail Cup final, Widnes against Whitehaven, a 2 o'clock start on Sunday. Here at the JJB Stadium this Thursday evening, two big clubs with a big prize at stake, 2 valuable Super League points. Wigan 4, Leeds Rhinos 0. No tries in the first half, just the goal kicking of Pat Richards, the man who's going to get us underway at the start of the second half here. Deep kick. And the players will be thankful to know it has finally stopped raining. And the skies, though not clearing, are a little brighter, Steve-O, than they were 20-25 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's a light grey rather than very dark indeed, though both coaches, I'm sure, will have been saying to their charges that let's just keep our composure, let's not do silly things trying to get them out. I was surprised that both outfits tried to keep the ball alive in shocking conditions, and I reckon that the team that decides to just roll the sleeves up, gets their hands dirty and get down to good, hard, solid work, will pick up the points.
Well, this is Gareth Ellis now for the Leeds Rhinos. That's the last tackle, and Leeds are up to the halfway line. And Tansey with the kick from dummy half, and it's collected over on that far side by young Colbon. Let's go down to the sideline, and Bill has got Shane Millard with him.
4-0 at the scoreline. It is hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. In these conditions, it's just about hanging on to the ball and getting plenty of dummy half running and go forward.
And Leeds, the error count from both sides is pretty high. It's a question of who's going to keep hold of it, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what's happened in the first half. I think both teams had plenty of mistakes in them, which is going to happen in these conditions. We've just got to keep doing the things that we've done in the first half, and if we can hang on to the ball a bit more, we'll, I think we should have some light.
Can you see many tries being scored in this one, Shane?
Well, I hope so. Plenty for us. I think it'll be a tight tussle. Both teams are pretty good.
There we go again.
Yeah, well, there you go, which is not good in the fifth tackle. So, I think it'll be tight. We've just got to make sure we defend well and hang on to the ball, and I'm sure Smitty's telling Leeds the same thing. So if we can do that, I think we might be all right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Shane Millard, who scored in this corresponding fixture last year for Leeds Rhinos when Leeds came back and won the match. Missing tonight. Long-term injury at the moment for the Wigan Warriors, Shane Millard.
Again, the tactics surprised me. You could see that Wigan setting up for a kick, but there were allowing themselves 2 passes out wide before they got it away. What's wrong with getting someone deep in and around, 1 pass from the dummy half area and just kick it?
I think the theory is, Steve, that it means that all the defensive players have to come up even that longer, an extra 5 metres, so it's going to take them longer to return back for the kick. Because we've seen the second handler mistake.
Another mistake this time from Jamie Jones-Buchanan. And the Leeds completion rate was appalling in the first half, according to our statistics. And it's getting worse.
I know that all coaches in Super League, they say to him, look, as soon as you hit the ground, get up there, let's have a quick play the ball, we can catch them out. But there are times when you use a bit of common sense. It's like a bar of soap out there.
Wigan won't be complaining. They have possession, and it's with David Vialicki. They met Leeds, of course, did Wigan, in the inaugural grand final in 1998. We're watching the same 2 clubs, but there is not one survivor from that match on show here. Such has been the transition of both Wigan and Leeds over the past 9-10 years or so. Good little run from Michael McAlorum. How did he hang on to that? But he did.
He did very well indeed. Ooh, he could have got caught there. He took a couple of steps away from where the tackle was completed.
Oh, it's a great kick. It is a great kick from Sean O'Loughlin, and it's well picked up as well over on that far side. Wigan will pile into the tackle now. Oh! There's the knock-on, there's the mistake. The Wigan will get the extra set of 6. It was risky business by the Leeds defence. It didn't come up for them.
It all came about by a beautiful kick that applied the pressure. Scott Donald in all sorts of trouble.
But they were back in the field of play. Treaty just didn't run with enough determination to beat the 3 defenders coming at him, did he?
Fair play, though, to Thomas Luluwai. He came out of the blocks and got there, and that is what's needed. Just take your time. That's better, that's the way to do it, whether he's tired or not. He makes sure of possession.
Harrison Hansen takes tackle number 2, this set of 6 from the goal line dropout. McAlorum fires the pass to Fletcher. Fletcher offloads to McAlorum. McAlorum tries to duck underneath Brent Webb. Couldn't do so. This is Fletcher again. Fletcher gets the pass away to Harrison Hansen. And Harrison Hansen is held in the corner. Phil Bailey waits. Bailey for Wigan will fire the pass to Trent Barrett. And Barrett will try and get the kick away. That's going to be an extra set of 6.
It is. It was deliberately palmed down.
And here come Wigan in the shape of Gareth Hogg.
Where's the big fella?
Well, Paliacina is this way, right underneath the sticks, if the ball comes to him. No, Calderwood. Calderwood trying to go on his own, backed himself. And the Leeds defence stand firm. McAlorum again waits. Back it comes now here. Barrett finds Luluwai, thought about the ball on the inside, takes the tackle from Thackeray and Senior. Pat Richards at dummy half. Again, it's with Barrett. He flicks it to O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin running flat, gets the ball away. Gareth Hogg couldn't smuggle it out down that left-hand side. They had a 2-on-1 overlap for a moment then, Wigan.
Great work.
McAlorum in at dummy half again.
Great work from Rob Burrow, went on the loop.
Down the short side this time. It's a try for Liam Colborne. Referee's not giving it yet.
Receive his stood on touch there, please. Receive his stood in touch, Gans, please.
He wants video referee Steve Ganson to adjudicate this. Just check that there were no feet on the line.
Oh, he's on the whitewash. Just. But it's sufficient to have this try disallowed. Can't go for the forward pass. I think he's touched it. He has brushed it. Yep. You can see there's about half an inch.
What a shame for Michael McAlorum. He'd set up what's a fantastic play. Last tackle short side. And David Vialecki, who does well, doesn't he, to entertain both the winger and Rob Burrow, the one man inside him defending.
He can't give this, surely. It's quite clear.
Steve Ganson is the man with the decision. Ben Thaler's handed it upstairs. His decision is no try. Scrum to the defence. It was a matter of millimetres that denied Liam Colborne, and Brian Noble just raises the eyebrows, continues with the chewing gum and says, well, maybe the chance will come again. Liam Colborne then denied.
Millimetres or not, inch. Doesn't matter. And thankfully the video referee, Steve Ganson, has got it absolutely spot on.
Now I'm feet in inches, Steve. I'm trying to get you to the 21st century. Come on. What do you buy your mince in? Pounds or kilograms?
Pounds, actually.
Okay. Here's Jordan Tansey. Leeds are in possession again. This is Jamie Peacock.
Going to need something very special from Leeds. Their biggest problem at the moment is getting possession and position. And the way that Wigan's defence are really coming in on the angle. Look at that. You can see there, Gareth Hock, way out in the centre of the pitch, is coming in on the angle. Look how they're forcing them.
Maguire slipped with the kick. Pat Richards pouches it. Gets Wigan to the halfway line almost. We've had loads of emails, needless to say, all discussing the salary cap and the implications of that salary cap, a decision that we've already heard tonight. We would be interested to hear from Wigan and St Helens fans and Bradford fans, although we don't know yet what Bradford's decision is. 50 words or less if you can. We'll get them to you during the boot and all part of the programme. It's another penalty here, meanwhile, to Wigan. Will Richards have another shot at goal? I think he will.
He should do. This is easily within his reach. And you're right, Eddie. 50 words or less. Otherwise, you and I could struggle.
Just Pat Richards lining this kick up, just to reiterate, the clubs who have allegedly offended the salary cap regulations last year will be judged under 2006 rules, so the maximum penalty is 6 points deduction, 4 and 2, and St Helens have already been dealt with. They have a £22,000 fine and no points deduction for their breach. We've had a record number of emails tonight, as you would expect, but we'll do our best to get as many read out on the programme as we possibly can. This is Pat Richards to try and increase the lead, which he does. The goal kicking of Pat Richards has virtually rescued this fellow's Wigan career, don't you think?
That's a third point, isn't it? I mean, his big play was always the kick for him as well, wasn't it? Where he scores from, and he's still successful when they do that to him. He made his name perhaps in the NRL doing that. Goal kicking has helped, and I think maybe his confidence has returned this season. At times last year when they were fighting relegation, he just arrived at the club. A lot of pressure on him, and things weren't going his way. I mean, playing on the wing in the side at the bottom of the league probably isn't easy, Eddie, and he struggled just as much as anybody would.
Indeed so, but preferred tonight to young Chris Ashton. That's full-back. Ashton was named as the 18th man. Oh, that was an awful play, the ball. And Brian Fletcher knows it was, and the referee, Ben Thaler, penalises him. He did have a man hanging onto his shirt, but that's no excuse.
The point that I've been trying to make throughout this entire game, Sean McRae, is why are they rushing? Why are they desperate to play the ball? I know that you coaches tell them, but in these conditions, no.
Well, Steve-O, the difficult thing is to adapt to play in these conditions because players just aren't used to doing it. I know that might sound a bit silly with the weather we've had over the last month or so, but there is a need for speed in this game, and we do. We encourage, we coach, we sort of drum it into the players that you must do things at pace, but you must do things correctly. So you don't want to do it so fast that you sacrifice the football, and that's what Brian Fletcher's done there. He may have an argument, he may be able to debate the fact there was a Leeds player that was impeding him to get up, but I believe that he didn't get up fully to play the football.
Sean, look, I'd love to go skiing, but if there's no snow, it's impossible. You've got to sort yourself out, haven't you? Play to the conditions.
The trouble is, Steve, you can't ski. That's why you don't go skiing. That's the other reason you don't go. Kevin Sinfield has finally taken the shot at goal, and Leeds are on the board, 6-2.
And they may rue the fact. Remember that they took the short tap in the first half, right in front of the sticks. Stop laughing, Eddie. How do you know I can't ski?
I'm just trying to work out what happened there. It looked for a moment as though the ball came off Maguire, went back. It did.
That should have been offside from
You can't be offside, can you, in the in-goal area?
Not in your own in-goal area, you know.
No, but it could have been a dropout. It could have been a dropout. You can be...
They get the knock on anyway.
they've made some mistakes, Leeds, haven't they? But at the start of this second half, I think that's probably 4 errors that I've seen. They're just not controlling the ball at all.
Well, when you consider the performance they put in last week, it actually didn't touch Thackeray's hand, so it's okay. It's play on.
And I think slightly off the shoulder it went backwards anyway, but it doesn't matter. They're under the cosh.
They are.
Yet again.
When you think about the performance that Leeds put in against St Helens last week.
Defensively amazing performance, wasn't it? More than necessarily an attack.
It's Wigan in possession here with Fletcher. McIlorum at dummy half again, 8 metres out. Back it comes to Thomas Luluwai. Paliasina puffs out the cheeks and has another go, and he loses his head guard in that challenge. This now is Luluwai. Here is Trent Barrett. Barrett on the inside. Great defence again from the Leeds Rhinos. This is Barrett. Flat pass, Luluwai. Wigan muscle up in attack. Leeds come back in defence.
What a tackle from Rob Burrow, right round the ankles.
From McIlorum to Barrett. Barrett with the chip to the corner. They're going to get another set of 6, Wigan. Another goal line dropout. Ryan Hall dealt with the chip into the in-goal area, but couldn't get out of trouble.
Came from the field of play. That's the reason why it'll be a dropout. Perfectly kicked into the corner, under the pressure. Great take, but it will still not appease the Leeds Rhinos. Not the type of conditions that we see the skills from Trent Barrett tonight.
Oh, how about that? What an intelligent dropout that was from Kevin Sinfield.
Could turn the game. And all the Leeds players have rushed to their skipper and said, we are grateful.
Well, it's a kicking masterclass.
Just let's tell them why. They're grateful because the ball has passed over the whitewash on this near side. Leeds will get head and feed at the scrum. Okay, Phil.
And, I mean, Trent Barrett's kicks have been fantastic. That's a massive play under pressure when your team are on your own line defending. You know what? He came up with a similar kick against Huddersfield. It was actually a 20-metre restart. He elected, when the game was tight, to kick it a short one and won the ball back for his side, and it turned the game at the Galfam a few weeks ago in Leeds' favour.
Well, I wonder if that will turn the game in Leeds' favour here at the JJB Stadium tonight. They trail 6 points to 2. 53.5 minutes gone exactly. And Luluwai in possession here for the Leeds Rhinos. 2 Luluwais on show tonight. Thomas for Wigan and Kiley for the Leeds Rhinos. This, meanwhile, though, is Jordan Tanzik. Brent Webb waits at dummy half. Finds Rob Burrow on his inside. Goes further wide to Maguire. Maguire gives it to Peacock. And Peacock will take on Paliasina at his own game. That's the last tackle for Leeds. Burrow waits the dummy half. Fires the pass to Maguire. Up goes the kick, and a crossfield kick as well. Very well chased. Fletcher's lost it. It's play on. It's play on, is it? Oh, it's a knock-on by Leeds.
It's a big call. Did he have the ball deliberately pinched away? Did it go backwards? You can't tell from that angle.
That's not a knock-on.
He deliberately goes into the tackle, or does he go for the ball? It goes back as far as ankles. Yeah, it goes back. And does it go back?
Leeds have now conceded a penalty for disputing the decision. Injury news on the side from Bill. You've been patient, Bill.
Problems for the Leeds Rhinos. Their patient is Ali Lauatiti. He's only just back in the side after a knee injury. He's just been replaced by Ian Kirk. Lauatiti hobbling to the sidelines and pointing to his knee, grimacing with pain, being attended to by the club doctor at the moment. That doesn't look too clever for him.
That was forward a mile. They've got away with
Richards.
it.
They have got away with it, Wigan, if it was forward. Good job the Tupi held on to the shirt of Richards then. 28 years of age tomorrow, Ali Lauatiti, looking for a big finish to the end of the year. He's had a nightmare 2007.
How was that for a bit of experience there? Fielden was tackled, took his time, didn't panic, made sure they kept possession.
Oh, the pass goes forward anyway from Sean O'Loughlin. He was looking to get the winger in down that left-hand side again.
Well, he wanted to use the dummy runner, which was Hock. Trouble is, he dummied both of them.
was forward anyway, Steve.
Opportunity was there. He knew that the second row of Gareth Hock was going to be utilised as a dummy. Nice option.
There's a big debate going on at Red Hall, isn't there, involving the Bradford Bulls and their alleged salary cap infringement. Still no news on that. We'll have the news for you during the boots and all section of the programme. Indeed, as soon as it happens here, we'll give you the details. St Helens with a £22,000 fine. Remember, no points deducted. That's the only decision tonight, as well as the fact that all the clubs are facing the allegations under 2006 rules, not the ones that are currently in force for 2007.
Well, surely they've had a break for a cup of tea or something, and biscuits, sandwiches. It's been a long, hard day for everybody. Leeds have got to get into a good position. This has got to be a good kick.
It's not. Oh, it is.
It's bounced just inside.
Just the right side of the whitewash. Looked like it was sailing out. Again, millimetres the right side of the whitewash for Jordan Tanzer.
Your mind goes back, doesn't it, to that wonderful dropout from underneath the sticks from Kevin Sinfield. Can it change the Rhinos' attitude?
Just to explain about Tanzer's kick, I'm pretty sure, Eddie, he's a right foot kicker naturally. He kicked that ball with his left foot, so although it wasn't the best, he just about got away with it off the bad foot.
He did get away with it. This is Bailey.
Move! Hold it, Ian! Hold the line! Go! Well done.
Thomas Luluwai to Gareth Hock.
That's what they need. Just strong, hard running. He'll make a difference. Hyam.
Oh, great run from Sean O'Loughlin, but good defence from Sinfield again. He's certainly played a captain's part tonight, Kevin Sinfield. Here is Trent Barrett. Luluwai stabs the ball in the space behind the Leeds defenders, and it's come out of
That's a try.
Hands of somebody, and has Colborne got the try last?
He has, I think.
Was it little Rob Burrow who was trying to get there? Brent Webb was involved as well. There was an almighty chase. Ryan Hall, I think, was involved.
This is try time.
It's Brent Webb who tries to shut the ball over the line.
Gets a fingertip. Does he knock it first? It's Weather Colburn. That's try. If he does not touch it beforehand, that has got to be the decision of Steve Ganson. That is play on. Does he touch it there? I don't think he does. He touches it there, all right. Webb touches. Now then, does Colburn touch it here? I don't think he does. I think he misses it. Does he miss it with the left hand as well? That's what Mr. Ganson is looking at. I think he's missed it with the right hand. It doesn't veer either way. It's Webb that touches it again here. It hits the arm. It is going backwards, and this, in my opinion, is TRY for mine. No doubt about the touchdown.
Colborne was denied by the video referee a few minutes ago. He's still not convinced, Steve Ganson. He wants to have another look.
It brushes the elbow, but it's going backwards, so that's fine.
That's off Webb, isn't it?
No, the first impact, but it touches Colburn first.
Looks like a try to me, Eddie.
It is a try.
We talked in the first half, didn't we, about chasing the kicks. Colburn's done that. Denied just a few minutes ago. He's going to be the hero in the next few seconds.
Well, he will be if Steve Ganson answers in the affirmative, which he does. Then Colborne this time a smile. Could have had two. His first appearance in 2 years last week against the Bradford Bulls. Only 9 appearances in 2005, the last in July against St Helens of that year. He keeps his place tonight, and he has scored his first try simply in 2 years. Exactly 2 years.
Great kick from Luluwai. Well weighted. Webb should really have bounced his body onto it and force it dead in goal. He should have slidden over there and make sure that no one come over the top. You always take the gamble when you're trying to just push it away with your fingers. He should have got the body and everything going backwards. It would have shielded him away from Colborne, and the officials have got it absolutely spot on. There's the confirmation. TRY. Happy? You bet.
That's what that try means to the Wigan spectators. This is a difficult kick for Pat Richards. This to stretch the Wigan advantage. The roars behind the posts and the flags will tell you it's 12 points to 2. Well, he became a dad last weekend. They missed him. He hasn't missed that.
The one good thing about a kick is you put it into space where nobody is there. Webb made a real mess of that.
Do you coach players, Sean, to ground the ball in the in-goal area or knock it over the dead ball line?
Well, I would prefer them just to ground the ball. I think that it's the most simplest play. Brent Webb there has gone through and he's tried to basically flick it dead, when all he really needed to do was put downward pressure. Perhaps he was a little confused at the ball at the time. He may not have thought it was over the try line. I can understand him thinking. He made a decision. He went with the decision. He didn't get it right at this particular time.
The thing is, in wet conditions, though, Sean, if you have got your body in front of anybody coming towards the ball, you'll slide. There's no way they can get the hand to it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ball was lost again, though, by Wigan. Back comes Ian Kirk for the Leeds Rhinos. Into the last 20 minutes of the match. Mistake by Gareth Hock. Leeds have it back. This is Peacock for the Rhinos.
It's been a real tough encounter. Leeds know they've got to make their mark very shortly indeed. We have not seen anything from Barrow and Maguire trying to take them on. That's high. Will they take the tap? I think they should.
It's a tackle by Hyam on Burrow, and it is a penalty to Leeds.
I've got it. Come here. I don't need you, Shane.
All these problems for Hock. I think it's Hock, is it, that's coming off that wide?
You know, Rob Burrow, you say we're not seeing from him, but it was his tackle on Gareth Hock that forced the ball out. Such a brave effort. Then he ran at the line and almost was decapitated. He's a brave player.
And Leeds are running it. They're 10 points adrift. They have to find something special in the last 20 minutes of the match. Bailey gets to his feet. That's Tansey. This is Keith Senior. Leeds now turning the pressure up on the Wigan defence again. Tansey waits once more at dummy half. Over the top of Kirk, finds Burrow. Burrow then to Maguire. Maguire fires it to Sinfield. Sinfield goes wide to Tupi. Tupi tries to come back inside, and the Wigan defence muscles up again. Sinfield waits once again. Gives it to Brent Webb. Now it's with Rob Burrow again. Burrow showing it, giving it to Bailey. Bailey, if he could get the ball away, there's trouble here for Wigan, but it went back to Donald and they've lost a bit of momentum there. Sean O'Loughlin was hunting the winger.
He's had a great game as a loose forward. Sean O'Loughlin, he really has put himself about, both in attack and defence.
This is Peacock. He's surrounded.
It's been
absolutely surrounded.
It's been one of his best knocks this season from Sean O'Loughlin.
Webb. Tansey with a right-footed kick this time, high and over on that far side. Ball has come free, the ball has bounced and the ball goes out over the touching goal line, and it's a goal line dropout now for Wigan, and Leeds will get the extra set of 6.
Pretty good kick as well. Did Colburn touch it first? Yes, according to the official.
Let's go quickly down to Bill for injury update.
It's better news about Ali Lauatiti, not the knee as was feared. It's a dead leg. In fact, he's just come out of the Leeds dugout and he's warming up on the sidelines with Jamie Jones-Buchanan. So that looks more positive.
Better news for Ali Lauatiti. You know, Brian Noble has got a bit of a hoodoo over Tony Smith as club coach. He's won 6 of the last 7 meetings. How about that for a goal line dropout, by the way? He's won 6 of the last 7 against Tony Smith as coach of either Bradford or Wigan, including the grand final in 2005 with the Bradford Bulls, as Lauatiti tries to get himself back into this match. Here is Senior. Leeds have 16 and a half minutes to fight. That's another knock on by Senior. That error count is rising against him. We say Leeds have 16 and a half minutes to find the key to unlock this Wigan defence. Wigan have got 16 and a half minutes to hang on.
I think Leeds have another problem this season, though, Eddie. I mean, I think at times we think that the versatility and interchangeability of position in rugby league we take for granted. I still believe that the number 9 or the hooking position is still the most important now in the modern-day game. Leeds are without a regular one. Sinfield and Tansey have alternated in that role. But for the rest of the season, you need a player who plays in the dummy half position, who really can control the game. And Leeds are still looking for one of those tonight.
Indeed so, and they've got Matt Diskin out for something like 6 or 8 weeks.
And he's made it quite clear, hasn't he, Kevin Sinfield, that he does not like that position.
I don't think it's the reason they've lost the game. They've come up with too many handling errors, haven't they? Wigan have a sniff of something special here tonight, though, Eddie. They're not going to let go here.
Famous last words. This is Barrett. Oh, Lachlan, how did he keep hold of that? What a pass!
Oh, he said it's a knock-on.
Bradford have lost 2 points. Bradford have been deducted 2 points plus the costs of the hearing. That's the very latest news from the salary cap hearing in Leeds.
Well, I don't know where they got the knock-on from.
We'll react to that news, of course, in the latter stages of tonight's programme, but Bradford lose 2 points and they will pay the costs of tonight's hearing. And if you wish to contact us about the salary cap hearings tonight, join the hundreds and hundreds of you who have already emailed us. There's the email address. Try and keep your messages to 50 words or less if you can. Quarter of an hour of this game remaining. Drama on the field, drama off the field in the city of Leeds at Red Hall, the Rugby Football League headquarters. Their job is done. The players here tonight, they have still got a quarter of an hour to go.
But you've got to say, Eddie, that with the scoreline as it stands now, Bradford perhaps, OK, they've been deducted the 2 points, but they want Leeds to win. Don't want Leeds to win, and it looks as though if Wigan just keep their cool, he's lost that playoff.
Borough lost it. If you're wondering what on earth has happened to the Wigan hearing tonight, by the way, at the salary cap discussions, that has now been deferred. It will not be next Monday, according to Maurice Lindsay. They've asked for an adjournment, and they will, he said in his words, sometime in the month of July they will face the commissioner and they will put their case. But Bradford deducted 2 points, St Helens fined tonight, no points deducted. They're the very latest words from the salary cap hearings at the Rugby Football League.
And again, another mistake. Well, that's one of the few errors that we've seen from the skipper, Sean O'Loughlin. Would you believe, Eddie, he's got 35 tackles to his name. It's been an outstanding effort from this kid.
It has tonight. Sean O'Loughlin, the Wigan skipper. His team lead 12-2. Leeds looking for the little bit of magic that will open up this Wigan defence. They've scored more tries and points than Wigan. The defensive records of these two sides, they're almost identical.
There's the example, isn't it? I know even the best hookers in the game throw inaccurate passes at times, but Borough couldn't get to the one that Tansey threw, and the opportunity's gone.
What would you do then, Phil? You've got a man in the captain, Kevin Sinfield, who said that he doesn't really like playing as hooker. You've got Jordan Tansey, who's trying his best tonight. What would you do if you're Tony Smith?
Short term, I don't know, but I think for any coach, really, you need at least 2 hookers to start a season.
Well, I'd throw Rob Burrow in there. At least he's got good hands. He can run from dummy half. He can scamper away. And at least he'll get a good pass. Didn't get it from Tanzania.
13 minutes to go. Wigan ahead. 12-2. Hyam.
That's what's needed. And Hyam knows it.
Tackled by Maguire, he was there.
Been a few throttle tackles there.
Yeah, well, they've been there from the start of the season, Steve-O. The referees have decided to turn a blind eye to those. Both sides of the world, by the way.
Come on!
Last tackle here for Wigan. Barrett will hoist the high kick. Where's Brent Webb?
Oh, they're not going for it.
Oh, the bounce beat everybody, and Leeds are happy to see that ball run dead in goal.
So he got blitzed, didn't he, twice in that first half? Sorry, Sean.
No, I was going to say, Steve-O, once a fullback has made a couple of errors, you can just see they're just hoping, please don't put the ball up to me. Please don't let it come near me. And there's indecision there between Brent Webb and Scott Donald. That's what that type of kick forces. If Brent Webb had caught the first couple of night, I bet he catches that ball then.
This is Ryan Bailey. He loses the ball. for Leeds tonight is alarming. I know that the ball is slippy, I know it's been greasy, it was pouring with rain in the first half, but remember what they were like at St Helens last week. Just remember, cast your mind back, they were absolutely magnificent.
You're right. But remember, though, the bit of claret coming from the bonds there, but you know, a fortnight ago, we were looking at each other. Everyone in rugby league was saying, well, hang on, St Helens and Bradford, they've gone a step higher than anyone else. Last weekend, they both lose to both these teams. It is a fantastic competition this year, and it's going to be even more fantastic, isn't it? More intrigue.
Indeed
when Wigan go to Red Hall next week.
Here's the breaking news from Red Hall tonight. Penalties are based on the 2006 rulings. That was the first argument won by Wigan and Bradford. St Helens and Bradford, I beg your pardon. Saints were then fined £22,000 with no points deduction. That argument was won by St Helens and Wigan. Bradford were then deducted 2 points plus the costs of the hearing. So that's the way it looks tonight. And sometime down the line in this month of July, Wigan will be up in front of the Commissioner as well. Great movement here. This is Richards. Wigan looking to just put this game to bed on the last tackle. Higher. Fires the pass! And did he get that ball down?
He's got to look for it. It bubbled all over the place.
Fletcher believes he has scored the try that will win the match for Wigan, but there is a massive question mark about it.
It deserved it. Has he got it down?
Yes.
No doubt behind that. Fletcher is already celebrating.
The body language told you actually when he got to his feet he was celebrating, as you say, and Steve Ganson confirms it. The try is given. And surely Wigan will not be caught now.
Do you know
it's
that?
Another 2 points in the bag.
That fully deserved a try. The move that Wigan put on in the build-up to Fletcher's try was superb. Back on the inside, run on the angle. See how the dummy runner went through. Fletcher plonks the ball down. The heads go down in the Leeds camp. Despair. It's Wigan's night. They know it too. Yes, young fella, you're supporting Wigan, and this guy has sealed the match as far as I'm concerned.
Well, if he has,
surely it'll be easy for this fella.
If he has, and Richards' kick to come, if he has, Wigan, with Bradford's 2-point deduction tonight, Wigan will be 2 points behind the Bradford Bulls. And Wigan, of course, are still to face the salary cap commission. It gets more intriguing by the week. 18-2, Wigan are ahead.
I think one of the intriguing things as well, Eddie, is that it has shown, with the fact that Bradford have been deducted the 2 points, that the Commission and Rugby Football League, they mean business.
Short kick-off from Leeds. Senior palms the ball down. They have it back with Tansey. This is Brent Webb. Webb shows it to a couple. Keeps going. Gets the ball away to Tupi. Tupi is dropped to the ground. Rob Burrow at dummy half. Here is Kevin Sinfield. This is Jamie Thackeray. Thackeray gets the ball away to Burrow again. Burrow will try and duck under the challenges. Gives it to Jamie Jones-Buchanan. He was tackled by Trent Barrett.
The biggest problem for Leeds is that they're doing more running sideways than going forward.
Barrett appealing there that Jamie Jones-Buchanan lost that ball. This is Maguire. Scott Donald at dummy half, gives it to Burrow. Burrow showed it to Peacock, gives it to Brent Webb. How did he hang on to that? Jordan Tansey's the man at dummy half, 5 metres away. Thackeray loses it. The number of times that Leeds have dropped the ball tonight will be alarming for their coach, Tony Smith.
It sure will, but take nothing away about the defensive action there. Hyam went low, right into the rib cage, and then at the last moment just lifts the shoulder up into the ball carrier. Now, very difficult evening, dry conditions.
It takes a really special effort to win at Knowsley Road and beat St Helens. Leeds did that last week. and I just don't think they could get back up to that level. Wigan set a very high standard here tonight. Their defence has been fantastic. Very, very strong, both individually and as a defensive line working across the field when Leeds have spread the ball as they like to do. And it's made it a difficult evening for Leeds and on maybe a bridge too far.
Hold it, hold.
As I said earlier on, it's Wigan who are now 2 points behind the Bradford Bulls in the table, with their hearing of the salary cap commission still to come. They finished inside the top 4 every year from 1996 to 2004. In 2005 they finished 7th, they finished 8th last year, so they haven't finished and featured in the playoffs since losing a grand final qualifier to Leeds, 40 points to 12 at Headingley in 2004. They'll be hoping to be there or thereabouts this year. Kick downfield from Barrett was looking for a 40-20. Scott Donald picked it up. In case you're new to the game, if the ball is kicked from inside Trent Barrett's own 40-metre zone and lands and goes out of touch inside the Leeds 20-metre zone, that would have been head and feed at the scrum to the Wigan Warriors. As it is, the ball didn't go over, so Leeds have got this possession back. This is Thackeray trying to battle his way forward.
Very difficult against this very strong Wigan defence. They have forced Leeds virtually down the middle to play just one out. The enthusiasm in the first-second markers has been outstanding again.
Burrow,
that's good work from Burrow, though. He just called them nappy.
Last tackle, though, for Leeds. Last one, says the referee. They're running it with Ellis, and Ellis is trapped with ball in hand. It's the turnover.
For me, the game tonight, there's 2 important periods that's determined the result. The first 10 minutes when Leeds had chance after chance after chance, they forced repeat sets and they just weren't able to score. And the first 10 minutes of the second half, when Wigan were absolutely outstanding, they were able to ram home the advantage in terms of taking petrol out of the Leeds side. And I just don't think Leeds have recovered from that at all.
Well, they've got a chance here because Wigan have again lost the ball, and here come the Leeds charge with Burrow, with Jamie Jones-Buchanan, with Danny Maguire, with Maguire to Ellis, and Ellis is just held up short of the line on tackle number 3. He will play it to Danny Maguire. It will come back to Rob Burrow. Burrow will give it to Thackeray. Thackeray still going. Oh, gives the ball away again, and again the ball is lost. Will he bring it back for the first one? No, he won't. He will play on Ben Thaler. This is Ryan Hall.
And he's got it right as the official. They had the opportunity. Bialecki just spilled the ball.
This is Thackeray again.
Get up.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Rob Burrow. Burrow back to Brent Webb. Brent Webb. He had Trent Barrett ahead of him. Webb will play the ball to Tansey. He will fly it to Sinfield. Sinfield to Maguire. Maguire will drift the ball through off the boot. Can Leeds get onto it? No, they can't, because Liam Colbon saw to that.
Good positioning by the youngster. An impressive night, hasn't he?
Wigan have been impressive in defence. You're right, Sean. Back to the first 10 minutes of the match. That was when Wigan set the stall out for tonight.
Well, defensively they were outstanding. They just had to weather a storm from Leeds. They had repeat set after repeat set. They just couldn't cross the line. And then they got the momentum back through one set of 6, and they held it for a while. Their defence has been absolutely outstanding. I think Leeds have tried very, very hard. I agree with Phil, though, that it's very hard to go and play a side like St Helens, particularly at Knowsley Road, come up with a victory, and then back up and be able to play another big side the following week. It's a pretty tough ordeal.
Yeah, but Wigan had the same hard game against Bradford as well. You cannot take that away.
And we'll see how Bradford and St Helens get on tomorrow night on Sky Sports.
Am I right in saying that Wigan were at home against Bradford?
Yes,
Would that be right? So they've had 2 home games in a row. Maybe there's something in that, I don't know. I've never been a great believer in home and away. I believe in preparation and coming out and playing the best of your ability.
Paliacina runs through Thackeray almost. 1, 2, 3, 4 Leeds jersey to bring the big fella down. Well, I don't think we're going to lose this now.
Now they'll wrap it up, that's for sure.
4. Get out.
O'Loughlin gives it to Stuart Fielden. Fielden doesn't make much progress. That's tackle number 5. Expect the kick here from Richards. Up it goes. It's another tester for Webb. Well, that's why he's one of the best in the world. And here he goes. He spilled 2 in this match, and he has launched this latest Leeds attack. Terrific take and a great run. Here's Tupi over the top. And Maguire ran straight into a Wigan player then. It was Trent Barrett who has gone down in a heap. Maguire saying that he was impeded in chasing that kick downfield.
Could have been the other way around. It looked as though Maguire deliberately went for him.
Now they get the penalty, Wigan, offside.
This will be calm it down, take it nice and steady.
Oh, someone's in the bin. A sin binning. Leeds will end the match with 12 men. I think it's Gareth Ellis.
Where he should have been.
He was not standing onside, and he just impeded Mickey Hyam when he tried to take the quick tap penalty.
And not only that, the official had marched him another 10, rightly so. You see there, Ellis never made any chance. Professional foul. Right decision. This will be grind down time.
Well, can Wigan just finish with the last try of the match? Here's Fielden trying to struggle away from the couple and 3 Leeds defenders. 1.5 minutes to go. Wigan are 8 metres short. Violicki's pass to Gareth Hock. Hock gets the ball away to Luluwai. Luluwai then finds Bailey. Bailey then gets the ball away. No way through then.
Hold it, get up!
That was Darryl Goulding.
Get up!
Bailey waits. Comes down the short side. Finds Calderwood. Scott Donald gets to him.
3, get up there!
3 tackles gone. 5 metres away from the line. O'Loughlin. And Barrett will hoist the kick wide. Looking out there, but only finds the touch judge. That went out on the fly. Ball will be brought back to where the kick was taken, and it'll be a scrum down. Time's running out for Leeds. Half a minute to go. Wigan 18, Leeds 2. Wigan in no hurry. In fact, Leeds in no hurry either. They know the game is gone. Now the referee will call time off. 20 seconds remaining. Wigan's night, Sean.
Absolutely, they've minimised errors in the second half in particular, and they've maximised some opportunities. They've come up with a try from a kick that Brent Webb should have dealt a lot better with. Brian Fletcher was an excellent player to score his try, and they've thoroughly deserved the victory. They've been very strong defensively all night, and it's not as though Leeds didn't throw things at them. Leeds will be extremely disappointed, Eddie, in their completion rate. We expect a poor completion rate under these conditions, but I don't think it's poor as what Leeds have come up with.
That will do. That's the end of it. Wigan have won a significant battle against the Leeds Rhinos. Brian Noble maintains this winning sequence against Tony Smith. He had won 6 of the last 7 meetings at club level, either at Bradford or Wigan against the Leeds coach. So he makes that 7 out of 8. And Wigan have won the last 5 here now, including a cup quarter-final against Harlequins since they lost for the 2nd time in 2007 to Hull Kingston Rovers here. So a Wigan win on a significant night off the field. Is it a significant night on the field for these Wigan Warriors and Brian Noble? Here's the Wigan coach with Bill.
Brian, was that a case maybe of winning ugly? It wasn't pretty at times.
I thought we did some good things in the second half with the ball at their end. I thought we had to defend well, which we did at the start. In the first 10 minutes we didn't have the ball. I thought we were probably shaded the better team. With, we scored a couple of tries, had one chalked off, and so it's got to be a great night. The office was never going to be a great spectacle the way we started the game in the rain.
Well, that was it. Under pressure early on, Leeds could really have taken a grip on the game. To survive that was pretty remarkable, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're getting better. I thought we were good defensively tonight, very good. And I thought we showed touches of class, and it's coming in attack as well. I know it sounds strange, but the fluency is there at times as well. Towards the end we played some really good football, so we've got to be pleased.
And the conditions were, as you say, never going to make it easy. There were probably more errors tonight than there have been in the whole of the month of June, I would guess.
Yeah, it's been very wet here, hasn't it? And I'm just delighted that we probably made just a few less than our opponents tonight, and at the end of the day, you know, we posted a couple of points and we kept the tins rolling, and I generally thought we were the better team.
And back-to-back wins against the big guns. Consistency has not been great this season, has it? But that is a bit more of a statement.
Well, it depends how you look at consistency. We're as consistent as the 9 teams that are around us, and just not as consistent as the top 3. And, you know, to get to the highest level, that's the type of effort we need. That's the type of consistency we're aiming for, to break into those 3 teams.
Thanks, Brian. Let's bring in one of the try scorers, Brian Fletcher. It looks difficult work out there. The ball was slippery, the conditions weren't great. How hard was it?
Yeah, it was just a bit, like you said, it's a bit slippery, and you got to take that extra couple of seconds to catch and pass. So probably wasn't the prettiest game to watch, but you know, we were pretty effective, I thought.
Just saying there, you know, back-to-back wins against a couple of the big guns, which is crucial if you're going to achieve what you want to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, that was good, but we've had back-to-back losses with a couple of lower teams as well. So, you know, we're pretty hot and cold, but to get 2 in a row against, you know, pretty good sides, it's a big effort, and at home as well.
Brian, thanks very much. Brian, before you go, obviously a lot of talk about what's going on off the field with the salary cap hearing. We're here tonight. The Wigan's decision certainly is delayed again. I suppose for you and the players, it's a question of you do the job you're paid to do.
Absolutely, it was the same last year. You know, the administrators will, you know, take its due process in due course. I just think all 3 clubs deserve the respect that they might not be guilty.
And for the players, is it easy keeping their minds on the job?
Yeah, because they're a good bunch of people. You know, we've got some really well-motivated people, and people that have, you know, getting better week by week. I think they're setting the challenge for themselves. You know, we've got a heck of a lot to play for this season.
Thanks, Brian, again.
Pleasure.
Ryan Noble leaves the scene then, and he will be happy with the performance on the field of his team. 18 points to 2 they have won, and for the first time in 2007, Leeds have failed to score a try in a match. So that's a real testimony to the Wigan defence. 18-2, Wigan have won.